Yo, I'm gonna go through some of my old sketchbooks before they turn to dust because, as you can see, I'm pretty shit at maintaining them. Okay, so this is sketchbook number 1. No, this is my business card because I'm very cool. So this book is called Spontaneous Combustion for no particular reason. I painted this digitally and then I sold it on Comic Con, my first Comic Con. Good times. This sketchbook started during October, I guess. This is a pretty old sketchbook. This is like 3.5 years old. So I was doing a lot of inking at that point. So my sketchbooks are usually very random, and I'll have a lot of bad sketches in this, by the way. I'm telling you beforehand. For me, sketchbooks are just something where I just vent out, I don't think much about half of my drawings. I just put out whatever on paper and see what sticks. I mean, sometimes I do think of things like for these examples, right? Like I am thinking of what I'm drawing, but most of the other time is either stuff like this or like random gibberish like this. I don't even know what was going on in my head. Look at this. Plop, plop, plop. Yeah, most of them will be pretty bad actually. I don't really like showing these, but what you gonna do? So for every 10 or 20 bad sketches, I do have like one good sketch to come out. So that's that. I guess I was playing Hollow Knight at that point. I love that game. Some random character designs. Yeah. I wish my sketchbooks were like more cleaner and neater, but nope, they're not. But for me, it's like I can actually tell what I was thinking when I look at these pages, and if I was thinking at all. For example, sometimes I'm just drawing so that I'm not like to pass time, but most of the time it's just chaos, as you can see. Every once in a while, something good comes out of it, though, so that's nice. Oh, also in my sketchbook throughout, you will see some reviews these are by my friend. Some random perspective practice. Perspective is tough, yo. I understand to a certain point, but then I kind of fuck it up a lot. I was probably tripping balls, yo. So many bad sketches. So many. But it's weird, like you look at a sketchbook and a particular page and you can actually see like yourself in the past, you can tell what you were thinking, where you were at, what you were going through, even like the kind of people you're with, or like what you're even watching is weird. It's like these sketchbook pages are like time capsules, right? For example, I was at an airport, and this guy was sitting in front of me, and he was pretty pissed off for some reason. You had a very frown face. Maybe he missed his flight, or maybe his flight was delayed. I don't know. Mm. This was outside a hotel balcony I was staying in, like in Mumbai, and it was raining. I remember. I didn't capture it. I didn't have enough time to do this, but seeing this, looking at this, I can tell where I was, what I was thinking at that point. This is what I'm talking about. It's weird. You remember those days so vividly. I guess it's because I think it's kind of the same with photograph also, right? You take a photograph and you see it and you remember your memories, right? But this is more of an abstract version of that, where like I'm not just looking at the subject and remembering who I was looking at, but I'm also, like, even if I'm drawing something random like this, I still remember what I was feeling and what led to this. I mean, most of the time it's pretty random though. Most of the time I am making random shit on my sketchbook, but sometimes my emotions, they leak out, and I can tell what my mind state was at that point. I was inside an airplane here. I didn't get the distortion, the fisheye perspective. Tried to make a smaller one, but it didn't really work out. These are some of the micron pen ones. I used a 0.001, I think, the thinnest one. Yeah, I really like that one. As you can see, my friend has some really intense things to say. Yeah, she's funny. Some more stuff. I guess I watched Dark Knight at this point again and drew Batman and Joker. Some mech designs. Yeah, looking at this page, I can tell what my thought process was and how it evolved. Like, I probably watched Dark Knight from the previous page, and I saw his Batmobile, and I started drawing some of that, and then it kind of changed and then evolved into these things somehow. I like drawing mechs. I like drawing hard surface objects, and I used to draw so much on paper at that point. Kind of don't get to do that much these days because of time, but yeah, that's not an excuse. This is at Cowan Park. There's this tree that has so many branches, it looks like a Cthulhu. I love this tree. Oh god, this is horrible. Some randomness, more randomness. Kruangbin. Man, I can watch her play all day. She knows how to play and she knows how to move. Groovy. Some more bad sketches. This was at a park near Ulsur Lake. There's a Vivekanand statue. I used to go out a lot to sketch. I don't do that as much anymore. Thanks, COVID. Thanks, social anxiety. I like this. Whatever that is. Some more shit. I remember this day. I had stayed up all night, and then before going to sleep, I decided I'll see the sunrise, because I don't get to see sunrise a lot because my sleep cycle is always fucked. But yeah, I remember sitting there and looking at the trees, and suddenly the light is coming and everything is lighting up slowly. That was a nice day. Probably watch Transformers at this point, the new one. Some more shit. Oh, I had put up my sketchbook as at Broke Artist Collective, and people could browse through, and somebody put this in my sketchbook. This was nice to see. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Okay, I guess we're still in October. It's October. Over the Car and Wall. I love this show. That is Victoria from Helsing. Some Attack on Titan shit. Some pages are so bad. I'll be surprised if people are still looking at this video right now, but if you're still looking at it, thank you. This is like the Nameless King from Dark Souls, but in Mike Mignola style. Or half the time I'm just making random bullshit. Oh, I drew this on Tom York's birthday, and I didn't even realize it was his birthday. Some Nameless King preparations. I probably did the illustration. Yeah, I did the illustration in a separate paper. Yeah, half my sketches are like this because I'm just ideating and making random smaller ones before committing to a bigger one. I've seen a lot of sketchbook portfolios online where people have like really nice sketches throughout their sketchbook, like every page is a masterpiece. That is nice. I would like to have that, but I'm not very my mind is not stable enough to draw a good thing every other page. But I have fun with my sketchbooks, and I guess that's what matters. So hatching is one of my guilty pleasures. It's like it's just meditative, I don't think much about it and I just do it. It's fun. I really like the dry texture that sometimes the brush gives, the ink brush, if it doesn't have too much water. But getting that quantity right to get this effect is hard. Some more figure studies. Oh, I remember this. This was I went for a road trip with two of my friends, and we were going on the road, and suddenly we saw nice scenery on one side, and we decided to stop. And we just went inside this small forest-like area, and we kept going until we came across this area. And it was a long stretch of land with a lot of trees, and yeah, this was a nice day. On times. I miss drawing outside so much. Should do that. Huh. In rare occasions, I do give date for my artwork. I don't do that often. Random rat for no reason. Daggers, some shit again. Figure drawings. I guess I must have traveled a lot this year because it's a lot What are airplane sketches? Oh yeah, I remember this. I was stuck in the airport for a long time. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we are towards the end of this. Hey, Violet Evergarden. I love this anime. I was obsessed with it for a while. I don't draw anime faces. I used to draw them a lot, but then I kind of stopped. And then after a point, I couldn't draw them. I couldn't draw them convincingly. My brain doesn't allow me to make it like this. Yeah, they're fun. I guess that's it. And some random. I don't know why I left so many blank pages. Could I use it? And this is like my mom giving me a timetable of what I should be eating every day, then a recipe for khichdi. Cool, that's it. If you're still watching, thanks a lot. Bye bye. I'll probably put up another sketchbook if this does well. Bye.